Hi, everyone. This is Carrie, and welcome back to our play by play of what's going on in the Trezell and Jacqueline West trial. And first off, let me apologize for being late for getting this up. It is actually Wednesday morning, and I'm just now recording this, so I do apologize. Usually I have it up by now. They played a lot of video yesterday morning in court, and obviously, when you're just on audio, it's kind of hard to tell what's going on. So I've gone over to some of notes from different reporters and whatnot to kind of rely on what was going down at that point in time. They started the day off with Detective Paul Hernandez back on the stand. They started watching the surveillance video from the neighbor's camera. This was all taken on December 21st when the night the boys were allegedly reported missing, or they were reported missing, but quotation marks, right? They have about 10 minutes of surveillance video on the home. Then they played another one similar, but like at a different angle. And what happened during this time was no children were seen, but two people can be seen meeting a car in front of the residence. The car leaves shortly after the West van leaves the residence. In one of the videos, the police were walking up to the front of the house with flashlights. And then Detective Hernandez, I guess Torres Stalling, comes back up on the stand or comes back up to question him. Now, she's Jacqueline West's attorney. He confirmed again that he watched the entire 24-hour period of the day the boys were reported missing. He only watched it once, and he was looking for movement, people, and vehicles. He was looking for anything around the house. So then she asked him if he took notes, two lights flickering in his report. He said no. They were pointing out the notes. So this is like, I guess, far off stuff from in the video that you could barely be seen. She says, okay, here's a car driving by at 5:21 p.m. Is that in your report? He said no. Another car driving by at 5:22 p.m. Is that in your report? He said no. He said he saw a person walking by a bush next to the West home at 5:37 p.m. I bet that's that guy that was walking his dog. Trezell's team gets up, Victor Nasser, and he asked him if he ever went to the home in Cal City, and he said no, that wasn't part of what he was doing. So first off, let me make a correction. I've been calling Eric Smith the DA. He's not the DA. He's just a prosecutor, so I apologize. They started playing some security camera where it was facing. It was on December 19th when they said that they dropped the boys off at the parents' house, at Trezell's parents' house. Okay, then Kyle McNabb got up. He's a detective with the Bakersfield Police Department. He's currently with robbery homicide, and he follows up on investigations. His responsibility during this case was to get the video surveillance from the Gasco Food Mart, McDonald's, right around that area. They showed a bunch of still images from that area. Then they played some surveillance footage. And basically, they saw Trezell and Jacqueline at the front desk, and you see them entering and exiting the business. You don't see any children with them. Then you see Jacqueline go to the front desk. Then you see Trezell go back to the front desk and then exit. You never see any children with them when they're at this place. And then they leave. My only thought is that they're trying to show that, okay, you only dropped 4 kids off at Trezell's mom's house. Where are the other 2? Because we're seeing you here on video over here, and there's no other children with you. They went through several videos, and it just shows only Trezell and Jacqueline and not Orrin or Orson. Detective McNabb confirmed that he did not see Orrin or Orson in any video surveillance from any of the businesses that he took. Then they had Detective Philip Riccardi. Could be Ricciardi. I'm going to say Riccardi. Not quite sure. He's also with the Bakersfield Police Department, assigned to robbery homicide. He was another that was assigned with getting surveillance video. And what he was looking for was a video from the 4 credit card transactions on September the 12th, the 16th, the 20th, and the 22nd of September 2020. On one of the videos, Trezell rides up on his bike to the store on his and gets the water and leaves. On another one, he parked his van, bought something, went inside, came out, left. Nobody was with him. And Riccardi confirmed that in all the 4 videos that he had observed that it was only Trezell West seen at those places. All right, so then we have Stephen Pace come up. He was given transaction records like Lawson's grocery store on California Ave. So he had to go in and get the grocery store surveillance footage. They had found some receipts. They were looking at footage from December 5th, 2020, and they do identify Trezell. Again, by himself, no children. Now, there was a picture of a receipt of when Trezell bought a knife and 2 side straps from the Wooden Nickel Trading Company. And Detective Pace had confirmed that he found those receipts. So now we're going to bring up John Bilt. He is the detective with the Bakersfield Police Department, currently working cold case homicide. He was tasked with, on January 5th, to write a search warrant for credit cards from the Wests. He confirmed that they took a home loan through Equifax. Well, he confirmed through Equifax that they took a home loan in September. He also confirmed on March 13th, 2021, a point where Maria Martinez, who is Jacqueline's mom, was at the AM/PM in Madera. They're driving a white Ford Suburban. The Wests, a girl, and another person got out. They confirmed that the vehicle was registered to Maria Martinez, Jacqueline's mother. Again, guys, when you're listening to audio, it's really hard to see what's going on when they're doing nothing but playing video. And that's kind of what they did. They played surveillance video pretty much most of the morning. Then they had Lewis James get up on the stand, and he's the senior police officer for the Bakersfield Police Department. He was assigned to the impact team and task force with the Department of Homeland Security. He works with forensics analysis with the Secret Service and narcotics and gang investigations. On December 21st, 2020, he was assigned to Cal City. He was one of the ones that signed a search warrant when they first went back to the home. He wrote search warrants for Instagram, Facebook, and the social media accounts that Trezell and Jacqueline had. He did not author search warrants on any of the biological family members. That was something that Tora Stalling got him to admit. Because she said, "You have to have probable cause to author a search warrant, correct?" He said, "Yes." And then when the prosecutor got back up and crossed, he said that the probable cause came from the FBI and the Bakersfield Police Department. All the information he used to author a search warrant came from other officers that he relied on. And he said, "Is that standard practice?" And he said, "Yes, it is." Okay, then they had Clifton Taylor come up, and he is a program specialist for Kern County Department of Human Services. And listen to this, guys. This is pretty much the action we've had. When he took the stand, he read a statement about confidentiality from clients from different state codes. And Judge Brenner was like, "Who asked you to read that?" And he said, "County counsel." And the judge says, "You will answer all the questions that we're going to ask you, or you will be held in contempt." So they asked him if what was the process for foster parents who want to adopt a foster child. And Taylor said that the parents would have already completed the series of interviews about how they were raised and if they have any health issues that could interfere. And the prosecutor asked him if a foster child is to go missing, what other means besides a photograph does DHS have to identify the child? He said, I don't know what other means other than a photograph, other than maybe a birth record from the family. They did confirm, though, that DNA samplings are not taken from foster children. Rosa Espinoza then got up and was questioned by Prosecutor Smith, and she's the regional manager for the Casa Loma Apartments on Lotus Lane. Now, this is the apartment complex that Trezell and Jacqueline lived in before they moved to Cal City. So this was in Bakersfield. She reviewed the West Bank records and payment records before they were accepted into the apartment. Her testimony was a little bit short. All right, so let me go look at one quick thing because I want to see if there's more detail on her. So it seems that her testimony was really short and sweet. Not a whole lot on there. They ended the day with criminalist Alfredo Bayaca being questioned by Prosecutor Smith. He was investigating if there was foul play in the West case, and they stopped there for the day. So he will be back up on the stand in the morning. Again, short and sweet, guys, but with all the video being played, really not a whole lot of reporting that I can give you guys when they're doing that. So that's all for now, and I'll be back again soon with day 11. Y'all be good, stay blessed. Until then.